Hello, pretty people, handsome people. How's everybody doing? I'm going to go pick up Natasha. I like putting this lipstick on. Oh, I can't fix my mirror. It's, what is it? Vinyl from, wow, I don't know. Oh, Superstay, Maybelline. I love this color. I want to get another one, but when I went to a Walmart like a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago, all of these, you know, they have it closed off, but all of them were open. Like, you know, people actually open the dang lipsticks, and I can't stand when they do that. And I am not trying to talk with my mouth open. I am not going to pay all that money for a lipstick. I'm looking at a message. For lipstick that's been open and tried out or whatever on their hand by someone. So yeah, not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to put my hat on. It's really windy out here. I don't mind the wind. I just don't. My hair just literally just goes everywhere. And my little hat says Mood, which I need to get another one. Most of my hats are all messed up already. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a video, so while I'm doing this driving thing, we'll see. So like I said, I'm going to go pick up Natasha. Or did I not? Did I say that? No, probably not. I got to go pick up Natasha. Her boyfriend asked me if I could pick her up because he had to go to work early. I was like, of course. I love hanging out with my girls. I really, really do. When I get a chance, like if they're off or whatever, and they're like, oh, I'm like, you want to go get coffee? Or, you know, I'm like, oh yeah. And usually that's what we usually do, just go have coffee. Especially me and Natasha, because Natasha gets off earlier than Brianna does. Brianna gets off, she's got, I think I might have mentioned this before. So if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. She has to be at work from 8 to 5. Sometimes 5:30. And Natasha, she goes in way earlier at 4:30, and she normally gets off at about 12:30, 1 o'clock, depending, maybe 2 o'clock. But yeah, so I get to hang out with Natasha more. I do get to see Brianna more because you know, they live on our, I guess it's like a guest house. I don't know what, I mean, I guess I used to call it something else. I just don't recall what I called it back then. So, yeah. But, like I said, I like hanging out with them. I actually really enjoy it. And usually that's what we do. But today I need to go to Walmart, but that'll be later. And then I need to go to either Marshall's, TJ Maxx, because I have a $25 gift certificate. Or, yeah. And I got it from, I know a lot of people, maybe you've heard, where you can get, like, you get your receipts and then you put them like on an app. Well, I used to have another app, which I had like 20,000 points, and then something happened where they didn't give me my points, and I kept texting them or emailing them, and I guess they didn't like it. But so I never got to get back on it, but they kept sending me messages. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I found another one. It's called, I believe it's called Receipt Pal, and you do the same thing. So I actually got so many points that I got to get a certificate, a gift card from TJ Maxx, and you can use it at Marshall's also. So I'm excited. And what else is going on? Not much. Really not much. Oh yeah, okay, so my Rottweilers, I don't know if y'all know this either, but we breed Rottweilers, and 2 of our females had puppies. So, and I hope, real quick, my phone doesn't fall off, because it's fallen off before on this thing. But if it does, I guess I won't be making a video. So yeah, so they had puppies a week apart. We do have a puppy room, so we got to put one of the girls in there with her puppies, and she had a lot of them. And then the other one, we figured that she wouldn't have puppies maybe 2 weeks after. No, that girl had the puppies, and it was a little cold outside, so my husband was like, hey, you want to come help me? But, you know, I was such in a deep sleep and it freaked me out. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, what happened? I thought something happened with like Brianna and her husband, or, yeah, I mean, like, what? No, it was our dog had her puppies and it was cold outside, but we have different pens for each one and they all have a house. So she had them in her house. I mean, it wasn't super cold, but we wanted them where if you have puppies, what we have read, for the first 3 days, I think you have to have the temperature like up to 90. So it's got to be pretty warm in there, you know, because you don't want them, they'll freeze to death. So, anyway, so he got her out. I grabbed the puppies in a towel because it was cool outside. I had my robe on, so I don't care. I don't care, you know, let the puppy smell get on me. I love puppy smell until they're inside. Anyway, so I had them all with me and they were kind of cold and I sat in there and then she went in there and I was still like, there was 2 of them, their body temperature, you could tell there was pretty cold. So I was making sure that, you know, that I rubbed them like they do on TV. You rub them, get them warm, you make sure they're really, so finally brought their temperature down, put them there. Unfortunately, there was a couple that didn't make it. Not on that day, but, you know, later on, because the place is big enough where she can lay, but, you know, when dogs move around, you know, the puppies are moving, so they don't know. They're just going to lay down and feed their puppies. So unfortunately, 2 of them suffocated. I hate when that happens. Anyway. But the other one, so we put her in there, and then so we got the other one. When the other one had the puppies, let me retract this. The other one had the puppies first. She had a couple outside, and it was kind of chilly outside, and the sack was on them, and she, you know, she was like panting and all that like they do. So my husband had to remove the sack off the little face, and it wasn't breathing. So mama to the rescue, or grandma, shall I say. I picked that puppy up and, you know, it wasn't breathing or nothing. I was like, you know what? I'll tell my husband, I'm like, no, this is not going to happen. So I did what they do on TV. They show you pick the puppy up, warm it up, rub its little tummy. Car, don't you do it. Gosh, I've had so many cars like almost hit me, and it's, anyway, crazy. But so I grabbed the puppy and I held her. It was a tiny puppy. And anyway, so I rubbed her. And I started doing the little, you know, I didn't breathe in its mouth, no, because I mean, I didn't do that, but I was doing the little pressure on his little chest. And I'm like, kept doing it, and, you know, I'm like, oh, man, I hope it lives. So finally, it was, you know, I was like, you know what, I can't be in here anymore. I told my husband, you know what, you take your turn, you come in here, and he did. He stayed in there with her. And then later on, a few hours later, I was like, oh, did the puppy make it? He goes, yeah, she did. I said, oh, yay. So I felt so good that I actually revived that puppy. You know, it was actually not going to make it, and then just a little pressure on his chest and rubbing it like they do, and then, you know, it's just, I was like, oh, yay. So I was pretty happy. But anyway, with all that said, we have a lot of puppies. We have a lot of people that have been calling us for forever to see if, you know, if they had their puppies or whatever. We've had about 20 people. So my husband wrote all these people's names down, and he's been trying to call them back and all that. But some people, he didn't get the full number. I'm like, what? He goes, I noticed I didn't get the full number to that. I said, it's okay. So they'll be calling back and stuff. But yeah, so I'm a grandma with all these puppies that we are going to have to keep an eye on. So with all that, we had to put the one that had the puppies first in our office. Okay, my house isn't very big, first of all. I mean, it's big enough, you know, whatever, but not that big. Not like the ones you see on TV. It's like, or on videos, like, oh my gosh, they have like this luxurious, like huge houses. No, mine isn't like that. So we had to put the puppy cage next to my husband's desk in our office, and put 2 carpets, you know, because the puppies, you know, they poop and all that. Of course, the mom does clean them, and we had to bring them inside. So not only I don't like the fact that my house gets cluttered or anyway, besides that, I like our house to be clean, even though to me it still doesn't look clean. Even after I clean it, I'm like, ugh. But I don't like, now I do like puppy smell, but I don't like dog smell. So we have to keep the office door closed to keep it warm in there for not so much the mama, but for the babies. Now the temperature could be around 75. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. Oh, here. Talking and I just can't remember where I'm going. I do that even when, like, if I'm not, I don't do videos usually when I'm driving, but even when I'm with my mom and I have to go somewhere, or with Natasha, I will literally keep talking and forget where I'm going and end up somewhere else. Yeah, totally like out there. Anyway, so we keep the temperature 75. But yeah, so I have a dog, a mama dog, in our office, and well, there's like 10 puppies. A couple of her puppies didn't make it when they were first born. Of course, you know, usually, you know, a lot of times you lose puppies, but we found one that she accidentally laid on when she was feeding. So we're like, oh goodness. So yeah, but that's what's been going on in my life. What else? Not that y'all asked me or anything. I'm just like, that's such a weird word, ask, because you know how you try to ask. Okay, ask is good, but if you're talking, you're like, ask me something. Okay, that's cool. But when you're trying to say something, the ed, it's like you're saying something else, and you know, sounds kind of weird. Say it to yourself. Say ask, but put ed somehow and see how that sounds. Anyway, what else? I have been trying to get back on my book reading because, you know, I was doing my book reading for really good, but I finally got my third edition to one of the books that I read. It had a total of 3. Brianna had ordered it for me like over a week and a half ago, and it's been kind of hard for me to continue reading it because, you see, if I get on my phone, like when we're eating dinner or whatever, and then I'm like, oh, I'm done, I'm gonna check on my phone, and then I'll just totally ignore my my book. So I'm like, no, you need to put your phone down, because you know, phones are addicting, and you know, I'm guilty as heck with my phone. I am, but I like reading too now. So I'm trying to do that, and then I'm trying to listen to sermons in the morning like I used to a long time ago, to get me a little bit more motivated. Because like the other day, you guys, this is so weird. I started, you know, people cry, you know, I started thinking about certain things, so I was like crying. Of course, I was like, you know, I didn't want to see my husband to see me cry, because then he'll be like, what's the matter? And I'm like, ugh. Like, sometimes you just can't explain to people, like, why are you crying? I don't know, you know, it's like a good cry never hurt anybody, you know what I mean? But all these things started coming into my mind. I was like, oof. And I was like, you know what, let me just wipe my tears and, you know, try to be strong, because I was like, whew, I was really bad. I mean, it wasn't like hardcore, but I was like, and then this is the kind of person I am also. If I hear a beautiful song on the Christian station and I start crying. So, or if I'm watching a movie and something happens where someone dies, I cry. I'm just that kind of person. There's nothing wrong with that, you guys. You know, feel what you feel. There's nothing wrong with being that sensitive, which I'm not super sensitive, but like I said, I was like crying. I'm like, ugh. So, and then I was like, ugh. Kept telling my husband, we got to go to Wednesday service, Advent service. I've been going to my church, and you know, for a very long time, since my kids were, actually since my husband and I met. So we've been together, our anniversary just passed. We've been married 31 years. And I started going to church with him when I first met him, like right off the bat. His mom was, you know, really good about going to church and all that. That woman, I miss that woman. I miss his dad too. So that's how long I've been going to church, and that's how long we've been going to our church for that long, for 31 years. And the same church. I mean, I've gone to other churches, but you know, I go back to our church, you know, because I love our church. Not that I don't love other churches, and I have been to a lot of other churches. I just, you know, that's where I'm comfortable at. Hold on. Okay, BB bus, what you gonna do? Oh, okay. So I was so excited. I was like, I'm not missing admin service this year because I've been every other year. I'm like, okay, COVID and all that happened and couldn't go because of that, and then all this. So, you know, basic excuses, you know, except for COVID, you know, that happened. But and then I was like, I'm not missing it this time because, like I said, I've been wanting to go over the couple, you know, before COVID and then after COVID and all that, and I never did because I'm like too tired. But you know what? I'm thinking, yeah, I'm too tired to even go for an hour, but God gives me what I need. God provides, God blesses me, or, you know, he takes care of me. And then for an hour to listen to what the sermon and what my pastor has to say, you know, about Christ and stuff, I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So I was pretty excited because it made my day. I mean, it was a long day, but I was like, it felt so good. It felt so good to go to church on Wednesdays. A long time ago, we used to have church on Wednesdays with our other pastors, but, you know, admin services is usually on Wednesdays. I might have to text, so I don't know if this is going to stop the video. Anyway, but so I was pretty excited. But yeah, like I said, I was like bawling my eyes out. I'm like, oh. And I was like, okay, let me be strong, you know. I'm a pretty strong person, so when that hits me like that, I'm like, oh. But there's nothing wrong. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with a good cry. You know, there's nothing wrong with you feeling this, you know, a certain way. You think about something. Don't ever let anybody tell you that there's something wrong with you just because, you know, you start crying all of a sudden, because it's not true. You know, everybody goes through something. We all have things that we have on our minds, and the good thing is God can help with that. A lot of people don't believe that, you know. I have always believed it. I will always believe it. No one can tell me different. And I don't let people tell me anything different. If they will try, I don't listen to all that. Oh, here's that other doggy thing. We took the puppies to the thing the other day, to the doctor, make sure they're all okay. Yeah, but anyway, I'm here at Natasha's work, and she's probably waiting for me inside. Yeah, she's got to be. So I just thought I'd chat with y'all. Since it's been a while, you guys, hasn't it? Hasn't it been a while? I ordered from Temu, and I should be getting an order maybe next week or the following week. But when I get it, I will show you what I got. Hold on. I have so much grass in my car because we went to my mom's the other day. I did yard work 2 days in a row, and I almost did some today. I told my husband I'm not doing it again today. My butt got beat. Like, the grass just beat my butt. But we went to my mom's, which I was happy because my husband hasn't helped for a while because of he's been doing a lot of stuff at home. And so we did a lot of stuff, and she made some chile rellenos, and those are those big green bell peppers, and then she put some rice and meat in them with some tomato sauce on top. Oh my gosh. I mean, I already knew that I really like those, but when my mom cooks, the woman can cook. She's just got a gift. She's got a gift. It's just amazing, but it was so good. Anyway, so she made us that, and we hung out with her for a while, and that's what we did. And then, like I said, our day was busy because after that, we took the puppies to the doctor. After that, went to church. Beat my butt. It beat my butt. And the only reason I kind of got up today, because my sister called and she came to pick up her clothes. I do her laundry for her, and she pays me, which is cool because it helps so I can pay my credit card bill. But yeah, it was a crazy week. And anyway, I just wanted to chat. This is a nice car with y'all, and hopefully y'all are doing super duper, keeping yourself well. If y'all need any prayers, you guys, let me know. I'll put you on my prayer list, and I will pray for you. Okay? Alrighty, I love y'all. Y'all have a super blessed week. If I don't make any more videos, because, you know, I don't do a lot of videos, so yeah. And take care and stay warm. If it's like snowing in Vegas and all these, okay, whatever. Yeah, so stay warm, you guys. Okay, y'all be safe. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Have a good day.